Hello everybody, this is WX5LEO, Whiskey X-Ray 5 Lima Echo Oscar from Central Oklahoma. Today I'm going to be talking about the Radioddity QB-25 Quad Band Mini Mobile Radio. We're going to be opening this thing up, doing a little bit of programming with it, seeing how well it works, do some testing, and kind of go from there. So let me switch cameras here real quick and we'll get started. Okay folks, here we go. Again, we got the Radioddity QB-25. This is a quad band mobile radio. Sorry about the glare there, guys. Just kind of give you an idea what the box looks like here. As usual with the Radioddity products, it's got quite a bit of information on it. It's got your serial number and so on and so forth for your radio on your box. Tells you a little bit about what the radio will do and so on and so forth. And I don't know if this camera can... There we go. Alright, anyways, so let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. Well, before we do that, though, this came in a pretty large box because they sell two different versions of this. They sell the one with just the radio and they sell the one with the antenna. Well, I got the one with the antenna. So, right out of the box, it has your user's manual here. And we'll just quickly scan through that real quick. Looks like it's a pretty decent manual. That is to be determined. We shall see. We'll go through it a little bit later, and I'll go through it, and I'll give you guys feedback on it. Anyway, also in the box included was a Diamond 7900D quad band antenna, and as you guys can see, yep, good antenna. From what I hear, I don't know. We'll try it out too and find out. All right, let's get broke into this thing. Oh, wow. Well, when they say mini, they mean mini. Alright. So, here's your radio, folks. That's it. That's it. Just for a size comparison here, I have a lighter sitting here. This is a standard Bic lighter. And, as you guys can see, that is a pretty small little radio. So that'll be fantastic for use for me right here on this desk. I'll probably have this thing mounted right here. So you'll probably see that there in future videos if you tune in and subscribe. So I like what I'm seeing there already. Let's see, let's pull this mic out. Alright, got a decent sized mic cable on it. Alright. Definitely a different kind of mic hanger. Something I'm not used to personally. But there's a little clip for it right there inside that package, and it just looks like it's sticky tapes on or something. Or screws on, either way. So that'll work out perfect for right here on the desk. But anyways, as you can see, it's got the standard little plug for the radios. I can't remember what these things are called. Ethernet style plug. Alright. Going on in here. You got the mounting bracket. It's all metal. Pretty decent little mounting bracket. And then again, here you have all your screws. There's a fuse here for your inline fuse. And all of your mounting hardware. And your mic clip. Then, if we take the plastic out of there, you'll see that we've got a cigarette lighter plug adapter. For me, that's not really my preference. I prefer to hardwire all my stuff. However, this is convenient. And we have a programming cable and software. So, there it is, folks. We're going to do some programming here. I've got to install the software and stuff on the computer, and I'm very curious to see how this Diamond antenna works. I've heard very good things about Diamond. I can't speak for them though yet because I've never owned one, so that's all going to change today. So we'll get that tested out, and I'll let you guys know how it works, and kind of go from there. So again, just to recap here, we have a user manual, cigarette lighter plug adapter, programming software and cable, microphone, mounting bracket, mounting hardware and mic clip, and a very small, tiny little mobile radio. So let me do some programming here, guys, and I will get back to you. And we'll do some testing. Okay, guys, we're back. Done a little bit of programming with this radio, and folks, I'll tell you, it took me a little bit of time to get used to the programming. It was definitely different. I've never worked with programming such as that. So it may take you a little bit of time to get used to the programming, unless they update the software or whatever the case may be. Anyways, as you guys can see here, I've got the radio programmed up. You may not be able to see all of the channels there, just primarily due to the backlight causing issues. But there you go. You can see it's working already. Also, guys, ignore the KT7900D. This is actually the QB25 from Radioddity. Just the software that I used is the software for the KT7900D. So anyways, you can see there that I've got some channels programmed in on it. And down here we have the little SWR meter. Not a very good SWR meter, but hey, it works. So let's get on to the testing here. I'm going to start off on my business band system here, which would be the one up here on the top. My system. Hey, Mike, are you able to hear me? Radio test 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1.
Clear. I fixed it.
Okay, pause on your key up there real quick.
Okay. What can I do for you?
Just showing a video here, showing that this thing is working on the business band. If you don't mind, switch over to that UA or VHF channel, and I will call you over there.
Let me flip over there and I'll stand by.
Okay, guys, and just to switch channels, I'm going to use the mic here. I can't get the camera to zoom, but anyway, it's this button right here. So it switches channels there. And so you can see that I didn't hit the button on the radio. There you go. Alright. KA5NUP WX5LEO.
W5XLEO. This is KA5NUP portable.
Hey, Mike, just doing a signal report here. Need to check this radio, make sure it's working good. Sounding good on your end?
Sounds real good. Sounds real good, David.
Okay, Mike, I appreciate it. I will catch you here in a little while. I'm going to finish up this little review video, and I'll get back with you here in a little bit. WX5LEO will be clear, 73s.
73s, David. KA5NUP portable. Back QSY to your deal. See you later.
Alright, guys, so as you can see, it works. It works quite well. Just for those of you that are wondering, the two systems that we just talked on. Okay, let me zoom this thing out here so y'all can see this paper. Okay. My system, well, that's here at my house. The BC VHF is about 6 miles away. That's the one that I just talked on. There's one in Oklahoma City that's about 40 to 45 miles away, which I'll show you here in just a second. It will get into that, but that system is messed up, and yeah, it's pretty horrible at the moment. And then Surreal system is about 47 miles away. Guys, if you're a ham radio operator, you know that your radio is only as good as your antenna. I am not using the provided antenna to test this radio. Instead, I'm using a homemade, out of twin lead, homemade J-pole dual band antenna. Basically similar to the Ed Fong antenna, but just with older twin lead. So my antenna is not very good, I guess you could say. But it works. It works quite well for what it is. So I'm going to switch over to the Oklahoma City system. And then I'm going to zoom down here on the SWR meter so you guys can see what kind of match I'm getting here. And sorry about the crack on the screen, but you know, it is what it is. I dropped it in grass, so I would not recommend buying that meter. Okay, here we go. WX5 LEO, radio test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test completed. WX5 LEO clear. So right there, guys, we had about a 1.3 match on that system, and you heard the repeater give feedback there, so you know we got into it. Okay, now we're going to switch on down to the Surreal system. I'll zoom in back up here on the radio so you can see the switch. Okay, you see the little arrow right there next to the channel. That switches. And then we'll come back down here. Now this is a VHF system. And we'll show what the SWRs are on this antenna with this system. These are both on high power. No correction. The Surreal system is on high power. The Oklahoma City system is on low power. And here we go. WX5 LEO conducting radio test. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Test clear. WX5 LEO.
SWIRA link system. QB25LLI repeater.
So as you guys can see, the repeater's talking back to me. And somebody will probably get on there, maybe, I don't know. But anywho, this little radio works quite well, guys. It really does. I'm pretty impressed with it. Like I said earlier in the video, the mic clip is a little bit odd for my taste, but, or well, for a mobile anyway, it's a little bit odd, but for a desk application, scroll over right there, and there you go. You got it hung up. So you can put that in a mobile as well. Me personally, on a mobile, I prefer the actual button back. But that's, again, just a personal preference. So, anyways, as you guys see, the radio works quite well. It does what it's supposed to do. And running it off of the supplied antenna, quad band antenna that's made by Diamond, it's no doubt going to get better reception and so on and so forth with it. So, you know, just make sure you have a good antenna with it. The one that I have is not a very good antenna. It was the first one that I ever built as far as a J-pole out of twin lead. So it could use some tuning, but it is pretty close. So, matter of fact, I'll go back over here to my system and show you guys what the SWRs are on it while I'm thinking of it. And there we go. So we're running at about 1.5, or I'm sorry, about 1.3 on that one as well. So power, if we're wondering about power here, this will be on my system here because I can dead key on it and not have to call a call sign. But putting out power, and I'm on low power here, guys. So this is low power. So low power, I'm putting out almost 20 watts. Almost 20 watts on low power. So I'm going to switch this thing over to high power. It'll take me a minute to get through. There we go. It's right there off the bat. That works. Exit. And let me go high power. Well, it must have switched it back over to low. Yeah, it did. Okay. High. And it switched it back over to low. Okay. Well, anyways, at low power, it's still putting out almost 20 watts. I would say about 17 to 18 watts. So, good little radio, as far as I'm concerned. That's pretty much all I have, guys. So obviously I can't drop this one on the floor, and I can't beat it with a stick because, well, it's attached to my desk and I don't want to break it. Although it's pretty well made little radio. I mean, it's plastic casing, stuff like that, but I mean, it's got a built-in fan on the back of it. All in all, good little radio. Good little radio. So again, Radioddity QB25. So you guys can see, Radioddity QB25. This sells on Amazon, the kit that I got, for $114.99, and it is well worth every penny of it. So, just my thoughts and opinions on it. The $114.99 comes with the radio, the mounting bracket, the mic, everything you've seen earlier in the video, including programming software and cable. But guys, like I said, the software is a bit weird. It's not something that I'm used to. So, some of you guys may have seen it before, may have used it before. You may like it that way. I'm not sure, so I can't speak for you on the software. But as far as me, I got used to it. Took me a little bit, but I finally got it down and got the radio programmed. So it works. It's going to do the job for me. Thank you, Radioddity, for giving me the opportunity to test and review your radio. You guys are doing a great job. And for everybody out there that's interested in buying a mobile, I recommend this mobile. I also run a TYT TH9800 in my vehicle. It's a $200 radio, and this one here is very comparable. It's much smaller, but very comparable to that TYT. So, you know, you're saving a pretty good chunk of change to get basically the same thing. This one doesn't have quite as many watts as the TYT. It'll go up to 50 watts, but 25 watts will do you just fine if you have a good antenna. So guys, that's all there is to it. This is WX5LAO, Whiskey X-Ray 5, Lima Echo Oscar from Central Oklahoma, and you guys have a great day.